Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon. Good evening, according to where you are. So, hope everyone is fine where you are. If you're not fine, hope everything goes fine, especially when you subscribe to us and you listen to what we are saying. So, I don't want to talk much. Disclaimer. Today, I'm going to do this video in English. I've seen many people complaining about my English, but my goal is that in what I talk, you can be able to pick one, two important things, one, two, three important things that can help you uh, get a lesson in what I'm saying. Yeah, to you, I may sound that English is not, but uh, one thing you guys need to know, I'm not an English person, not at all. Yeah, my background, I'm coming from a country, yes, where people speak English. However, we have another language, and the country I am in also, where I grew up, is a country where we don't use English. Even if we use English, we are not English, or we are not English people. We use the other language, our own language. And where I stay, or where now I stay, all my, like, every time, all my life, all that one, we don't speak English. We speak Swedish most. So, to those of you complaining about my English, try as much as you can. You listen to my English. Yes, it may sound with African accent, but try as much as you can. I don't think I talked some bad English that you cannot pick one to two words, but I just want to make it a disclaimer because I know most of you think that English is something like, oh, yeah, English is any other language. So just concentrate, focus, listen carefully. I'm sure you will understand my English, even if my English may not be perfectly. Thank you very much. Today, I'm going to talk about trust issues in the family. I came up with this topic because myself, I'm a victim. So I came up with this topic today because I came to realize that many people, I'm not alone, because where I stay here, I have many friends who always come in and tell me their stories, their life experience, what they have seen, what they have been through, And it happened, one of my friends came and told me a story. And then I came to realize, oh, I thought I'm alone. It's good I come and I talk about the issue of trust issues in the family, why people lose trust in their families, what can be the cause, what causes family trust issues in the family. Well, don't ask why I'm like, my eyes are like this, why I'm looking not okay in the camera. Is because where I am, it's the sun is near me, and I just thought that this could be a very good place because the light then is okay, you guys can be able to see. But I'm going to try my best to see that I make a clear point that you guys can pick something or pick a lesson. Maybe they can help your family not to be a victim. They can help your kids, parents. Come here on this video. Family members, they were so-called heads of the family, especially African parents. Come here on this video, or you who hear this, share this video to family members. To those of you who know me personally, if you happen to see this video, share it with my family members. Don't be afraid what may happen. Yes, we are in a free we are in a free life, or a free whatever it may be, that a person can speak up. So I have to speak up, or you. I always tell you guys, speak up what is on your heart. If you don't speak up, you will not be helped. People will not know what you pass through. If you speak up, People will know. And maybe if you need help, they will help you. First, I don't want to talk much because I don't want the video to be long, because I know people with long videos, they don't want why we don't have time or what. But I'm going to be simple and precise. My first point is about poor communication. Poor communication can cause a lot of family trust, can cause trust issues in the family. How? For example, I'll give you an example, like especially we people who stay in diaspora. We happen to be like, we are distance from our families. Yeah, you and me, you agree with me. For example, people can maybe like I will take an example, me and my sister. I always bring example of my sister because for us we are two sisters like this, and sometimes we may take even a month without hearing from each other. And you know what happens? Then she'll call me. She'll call me like after a month or 2 months. Then I will call her maybe once in a while. And we people in diaspora, we always call them. That's why I don't put in always the blame on us. We always check on our families. If we don't always call them that we need money or we need the help. In diaspora, especially to a country where I stay, all diasporans like, or I may say these countries like Europe, America, we are really lonely. People are lonely, people lack people to talk to. Here is not like Africa where you wake up in the morning, before even you wash your face, you go to the neighbor and you start gossiping or talking about some issues. No, it's not like that. Here is work, go inside in your house and keep quiet. People in diaspora, you know what I'm talking about. But leave that aside. For example, my sister will take long without hearing from each other. And then after a while, like 2 months, she will call me and say, you know what, brother? I said, no, I need the help. Oh, what? What help do you need? Oh, I need money and all the. Do you know what comes up in my mind? What comes up in my mind that I know my sister is using me. Why is it when she has a problem, that's when she remember that, oh, I have to call her and tell her, oh, how are you? Or how are the kids? Or that, and I think I'm not alone. I think, oh, the weather's changed. I hope it's gotten like this. I think you can see that I'm really in the camera. What I'm saying, that when you take long to communicate, it brings those trust issues, like, why now? Why is she trying to call me now? Is now because she needs help? I'm not saying me and my sister. I'm giving you example why people have trust issues in the family. Yeah, when you lack communicating, communicate. For example, when you're sick, you cannot be able to communicate. Call your family member. Call auntie, call mommy, call daddy, call your kids. Say, you know what, guys, I'm not feeling okay, but hope to hear from me soon. And people will know. For example, we parents who have kids who are still young, or you people who have kids who are like 19, 20, the lifestyle of those kids. A kid can move home and go outside. It's like 8 p.m. you don't see your child. 9 p.m. you don't see the child. You like, and the kid is not communicating. You will panic. You as a parent, you will panic. And then the next day you will not trust your kid anymore. So no, you will do like last time. I will be on panic. So don't go here, don't there. But if a kid who is seeing me, you pick a call and pick mommy or pick daddy and say, daddy, or you call daddy or you call mommy, you call, but daddy, I'll come late. This and this happen. Then a parent will be able to understand and know, oh, my kid can communicate if there in anything. I think it's okay. There will not be trust issues. Secondly, the family, for example, like as I said, my sister, if we keep on communicating, yeah, how are you doing? I'm okay. It will not look abnormal if you call me and say, I need the help. If I call you and say, I need the help, because we are together, we are moving together. But if you only call me after a while and you call me when you have help, I'll be like, are really these people not helping me? It happens to many people. I know. That's friends, you are there a lot. You are there, many of you. You don't want to talk about these issues because you fear what family may say. What I know, my family will come up and but they know these things that I'm talking about. They'll call me, minus even asking how my kids are, how myself am. You never know. I may be sick. I may be in a hospital admitted, and you will not care. You will only just call me. Hello, this, this, and this happened. We need help and this. No, that's not okay. And same applies to me. Same applies to me. Also, when I say same applies to me, I mean same applies to us who are distancing. You might be in abroad, you might even be in Europe, you might be in America, you might be in Kampala, you might be in Port Potro, you might, whenever you are, as long as that you are distance with your family. Even in your family inside, when you're staying together, when you are one family staying inside together, father, mother, kids, and all the communication is very, very important in the family. Another issue is like different parenting styles. Different parenting styles, different parenting styles. Myself, I'm a victim there. It happened that I grew up in a family where we were more than one kid, more than two kids. But guess what? Parents, come on this video. Parents, come on this video. Yeah, when I talk about parents, I don't mean biological parents. No, like me and my kids. It might be that. I might be a biological kid, but like biological parent with my kids, with more than one kid. Come on this video. Are you there? You a parent with more than one kid? Come on this video. Are you there? Somebody died and you were responsible about the kids remained behind and they are more than one kid? Come on this video. Are you a family member, an adult, auntie, uncle, or anybody but an adult? Come on this video. If you have a responsibility of more than one kid, come on this video. Parents or people responsible for kids who are still minors, watch out. I'm not saying everybody. Some parents are doing a very, very good job, and they do what we call justice, treating people the same, treating people fairly, People, let me tell you, I'll give you an example. When I was growing, I grew up with a sister of mine. Even if when I found out we're like when our parents died, I think I joined my sister when I was 11. 11-year child or 11-year kid, he can understand everything from 10 upward. I think from 8 upwards, a kid can be able to understand. There is a Nigeria family, I don't know now the name, but there is a Nigeria family, I will not say that name here, but there is a Nigeria family, I already see that lady. That lady, keep up, you're doing a good job. I've been seeing that lady has twins. Those twins, one day I saw one video of her, and he bought t-shirts that was the same, with everything was the same, only different colors. And one of the twins said, I don't like that shirt, I like what you gave to my big brother, or I like what you gave to the other one. And another one said, no, I don't want this one, I want the other one. And the woman said, you people on social media, you said she should start buying different things, then the kids will be okay with it. My dear, that's not how it works. I'm not saying you'll be buying everything. Here they call it like sports teams or football teams. When you buy clothes, the same. I'm just bringing an example. Some parents or some people who are responsible about minors, you cause a lot of traumas in kids' lives. You always have what we call favored children. And then we kids who are not favored children, we end up in trauma. And you show it to those kids that, these one are my favorite kids. No. Even if it's not there, try as much as possible to hide your favorite children, because what you do traumatize a lot of kids. What you do traumatized us. Yeah, now I'm not a kid anymore. I'm an adult. I'm a mother. I'm a parent. People will say, is she mad? Parent and a mother. A mother is a parent. No. Being a mother is different from being a parent. One of a parent to my kid, it might be a parent, it might be a father, but not a parent. That's two different things. That's what you guys don't know. If I'm a mother, that one doesn't make me to be a parent. No. I always hear, me, I'm a parent. Me, I'm a parent. No. A mother, you go to the hospital or whenever you want, you give birth. The kid comes from where he's coming from, and you put it on the life, in this life. And the kid comes and call you dad, whatever, whatever. A parent is meaning parenting, caring about the child. Put the kid through, educate the child. Tell the child the bad thing and the good thing. Put the kid through. Learn the kid life, how life works. Teach the kid respect. Teach the kid, be there in the kid's life. That's a parent. Most of you think, they'll ask you, where is your kid? The kid is with my grandmother in, I don't know which city, but I'm a parent. No, thank you. You're not a parent. You don't even know where your kids are, even if you know where they are, and they are taking care of, other people are taking care of your kids, and you say you're a parent? Not at all. You're not a parent. You are just I don't know, mother, father, but, and you are there by just that a biological father is there. He managed to give birth, to donor sperm and give birth. He managed to donor breast and breastfeed the child. Yes, you're a mother, you're a father. That's it. It doesn't make you a parent. But now I'm talking about parents. Leave apart mother, father, leave apart that. I'm talking about parenting. Stop traumatizing kids. I was in the school, in a boarding school. I'm sorry. When I talk about these issues, sometimes I get emotional. I was in the school where I was schooling with one of my sister, and in a hidden way, or like they used to hide and give my sister pocket money without me knowing. And then for me, they will say they didn't have. That's why I tell you that you guys who have caring parents, I always tell my kids that we appreciate God, that at least I can be in your life and care and show care and treat you the same. And I treat you like queens and kings. However, I teach you how life is. I'm sorry. Sometimes I just get emotional when I talk about my story. And this is not my story. I'll come up when I talk about my story. I'll talk about my story. Yeah. Just do one thing. Subscribe, because I want many parents. I want to talk about my story when many parents hear. And the parents may learn something from that. I'm quite sure. Maybe some parents do it when they don't know, or when they take it for granted. Maybe when they take it for like it's nothing, but you are traumatizing the kids. You are traumatizing the kids. If you cannot afford the things for all kids that you are care of, the kids that you are responsible of, don't do. Better you say no to everybody. I don't want. Than doing it for some and leave the some. Doing something good for the other and leave other kids. That's already a traumatization. You're traumatizing the kid. To those of you who don't know, I don't know how to tell you, or you are putting a life mark in the kid's brain because you are not treating the kids. And the words themselves you say, you say to the kids, because you have favored children, you will be telling them good thing. You will be pilot, you will be doctor, you will be this, and then the kids who are not favorite kids, you will just tell them that you will take care of, I don't know, those weird words you always tell the kids that are not favored children. You always tell them that you will take care of others, like you took it in a bad way, or you will be like, I don't. In Africa, we take farming as a bad job. Sorry to those of you who are on my channel, people in Europe, you may say, what? Yes. In Africa, a kid, if you're a parent and you tell a kid that you do farming, a kid will say, why me? And parents know. They always tell their kids, you just dig as something to bring you down. People know what I'm talking about. It's because now life has changed. And we who have traveled, we see things differently. You cannot tell me that farming is a bad job now. But before I used to think that is so farming is bad. You know, and you start telling those kids who are not favorable children how they will not be successful in this life. I want to assure you, you who see me today, you never knew what that child who is not your favorable child can be. And guess what? The one you call your favorable child might end up not where you want that child to be. And the one who is not your favorable child might end up surprising to become what you don't expect that child to be. What will you do? You will be guilty. You will be ashamed of yourself. And guess what? It will stay on you here till you die. Because you caused it. Because you caused it. I decided to make my YouTube channel not because I'm a professional YouTuber. Not at all. I had no platform. Nobody know me. Nobody know me that I'll go to radio, to radios, to TVs, to many of those things. Who you are? Are you a celebrity? Are you me? Poor Brenda, poor somebody. Me who is nothing. I only have to get my phone and put it in front of me and talk about these things. Maybe one or two parents. I don't need to convince the whole world. Me, even if it's one parent who will understand my point, who will understand what I'm talking about, is enough for me. And I will be very proud of myself. I may sound arrogant to you who has not been a victim. I may sound stupid to you who has not left a kid behind and you see the kid treated not in a good way, not in a fair way like other kids. Losing parent, I think nobody has wished that, to lose parent. But parents, some parents in Africa, they torture the kids, they mistreat the kids because of losing their parents. They traumatize those kids. There are a lot of kids in Africa suffering, traumatized because they don't have parents. Myself, I'm a victim. I'll come next time and I'll tell you how I grew up, how I ended up, and how when I was growing, how things were. And these things have passed through a lot for maybe like many years, 25 years back. But they are still here. They are still here. Sometimes I lock myself in my room and I'll start crying. And people will be like, huh? People will like, oh, why thou myself like that? They don't know. They don't know. People, kids are treated, but I'm not saying all of African families. But some families, they take advantage of kids not having parents and they add that trauma, they add that pain on those kids because those kids have nobody to run it to. Because those kids have no one to tell that this is not going on right. You know when you are treated bad. You know when you are traumatized. You know when you are treated unfairly, and then you have nobody that tell you, Brenda, it's okay. Things can be okay. Sometimes we don't need money. Sometimes we don't need anything. We just need one word. Brenda, it's okay. Things can be better. Things will be better. One day life can be okay. Only that is okay. That's where this country where I am, I always say, sometime where we immigrants are not treated in a good way. However, sometimes we will keep quiet, but it's too painful. Especially we who have blacker kids in these countries. Sometimes you see, but you keep quiet as a parent, you say, okay, that's life. But you don't know how that pain can be on us, how that pain can be on our kids. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is not what I wish for. I wish to I just wanted to come here and talk about mistrust, but sometimes I go out from that topic that I'm today and I go beyond, like beyond that, inside that. For you guys who mistreat others, to know the pain you put on those people's hearts, the pain you put on people's children. I will not mention. I will not mention people who stay in diaspora, especially with people with black kids. You know, even if we don't come to talk, we know exactly what happened to us, what happened to our kids. Sometimes I just look at my kids and I will just burst into tears. They will not know why. Sometimes they always ask, Mommy, is everything okay? I say, yes, everything okay. That's what I needed when I was young. I only needed somebody who can put me here and say, Brenda, everything can be fine. And that's what we lack in our families, where we grow up from, and they have favored children, and they think since you don't have a mother, you don't have a father, you are useless in this life. Some families in Africa, you who are watching me, I know many kids who are passed through what I passed through are going to see this. Many people who are old like me, many people have, you guys, you know, you've passed through this. You fear to come out and talk. Me, I will not fear anything. I feel like it's time to come and talk about this. Maybe over 30 years, maybe I'll get okay. Eh? I've met many people, maybe they think, oh, maybe Brenna maybe it's hard to live with. No, sometimes people turn us into that. We are not bad people. We are not like that. But people turn us into that. Being without a parent doesn't guarantee you to torture someone's child like that, to mistreat someone's child because you have favored children. And then when you become old, and when you need help, then you turn it to us, kids who are not favored children. And you need the help from us. What the hell? You can call me and you say you need the help to the kid you said she will never be successful. Why you don't turn up to those kids? You said there will be doctors, there will be lawyers, there will be all that kind of stuff. Watch out. I don't want this video to go wrong. I don't want to sound like I'm going wrong because these social media things, because you are sad, because you may end up in maybe talking things what you could not read, what you wouldn't have said. But to those of you who are watching, if I sounded rude, you know, I got emotional and I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry in advance. And I still remind you, subscribe to my channel to know how things happen in kids who don't have parents, kids who lost their parents. I don't think in this life there is a kid who wish to grow up without a parent. No. Yeah, some, as I said, some parents, as I said, some parents are not parents. You find a man, you find a mother, you don't know even what, if their kids are eaten, what they have eaten, or if they have slept, or they go to school, or they have parents like that. They don't want to know. Those are not the people I talk to. Those are not the people I'm talking to right now. No. I'm talking to responsible parents who are taking care of kids. You're left with the responsibility of taking care of kids of the dead person. You are your biological kids or your family members. Is you guys. I talked much about the kid because I'm a victim, but you can change it into adult, that your family members, and there is our family members that is treated bad because is economically poor. Economically poor, she or he don't have money, and he come in the family is mistreated because he don't have money. She or he cannot talk something reasonable, even if what is talking sense. You guys, you will say is no sense because she don't have money. You can turn also in that version. Ladies and gentlemen, I will not go deeply. However, sometimes I need to. Another thing that causes family trust, like another thing that causes trust issues in the family, jealous, jealous and favorism. I think I've talked to that. That is exactly. I've combined it with different parenting styles plus jealousy and favorism. Being with favored kids, I think is the same point. You guys, there is nothing in this life is paining like growing up without mother or father, and the people you grow with, because you don't have anybody. Because in Africa, if you don't have a father, you don't have a mother, it's like you are alone, no matter which age you are. And not all kids, I've not said not all families. No, quote me right. Quote me right. Some families are super, some parenting, some parents, some families, they are. But you and me who are watching this video, you know there is a high percentage that kids are tortured. Kids are raped, kids are tortured, kids are burnt, kids don't eat, kids don't go to school because they don't have a father, they don't have a mother. I'm sorry where I am. It's a lot of noise. It's like, no, I thought there was a car passing, but I think he's going there. No, I think he's coming here. So as today, I'll have to stop there. I want to thank everybody who has at least took 1 minute to watch me and pick a point. As I always tell you, you might not like everything I've said, but at least there are 1 or 2 words that at least can be very important, can be a lesson in your life that you can take from this video. Don't forget to subscribe to BRI'S Live, to join us, to support us, and see that this YouTube channel is new. Maybe it has been opened for quite some, maybe some long time, but it has not been in use. But to start working, it's new. But just join us. Join us. We have life experiences. We have real talks. We have talented kids. We have many things, motivational speeches. We have many lessons that you can learn from us. Yeah. Once again, I want to apologize if I was like gone too far, and yeah, I was like emotional and very sad. I always get sad. I don't know why. That's why I said it's hard time now to start talking about these issues. Maybe I will heal, because there is a time I came to know that no, I'm not healed yet. I'm not. As old as I am, I'm not yet healed. I still have that pain, I still have that pain, and it's a lot. People just yes and say, I wish I'm like her. I wish I'm like, but they don't know. They don't know. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in another video. Please subscribe to Blaze, to the BRI'S Live. Go in and you click on even that bell notification T and subscribe T. So, stay blessed. We love you all. Let's spread one love instead of hate. Thank you very much. Hope to see you next time.